I'm going to show you a little 5-minute groundwork exercise. It moves all the body parts. Doesn't take too long. We pick up for the hip. See where my finger's doing? Now we're going to go out for the shoulder. Step it across. Do a little circle here. Forward motion. Good. And we're going to pick up for the hip and out for the shoulder. Every time they stop, we just put our leg on them. Now we're going to pick up for the hip and back her up. Give them a little pat. Out for the shoulder. We want forward motion here. Up for the hip, out for the shoulder. You don't have to be too far away. You want to make sure that this horse is following its face. This is my legs today, right here. I swat it on the butt if I need to. Up for the hip and out for the shoulder. And if you have a problem with the hip, just do the hip for a whole circle. If you're having a problem with the shoulder, step it across. Move her over a little bit further. Move him over. Every time he looks to the outside, I close my fingers. And if I have to, I'll thump him in the belly right there. There we go. Up through that hip, left and right. Back him up. Give him a pat. I'll take off walking here. Go off to the side. If the colt's sticking, it's no big deal. Just move the hip. And take off walking. There it is. A little better. No big deal. I'm not going to pull. I'm going to move that hip. There, that's better. Now I want forward motion. Now I'll go back to this hip again. And step that shoulder across. Now heel this hip. And I'll walk off straight. He's stuck. Just move the hip. I'm not going to pull him harder. Just move that hip and take off walking. There we go. Move that hip. There we go. Now I'm going to move this hip and take off walking. I don't want him thinking he has to back up every time he yields his hip. There. Left and right. Work on that back up a little bit. Move that hip. Move that hip. And take off walking. Good. Now I want forward motion. I'll just drive him forward a little bit, leave him alone. Pick up that hip. He's stuck again. There. As soon as I get a step forward, I'll quit. There. So in this deal here, he's sticking when I lead him. So we just quit working on all that other stuff and we'll work on following me. There. Yield that hip and follow me. Yield the hip and follow me. Now I want him to go forward. Yeah. Now I'll move that shoulder across. No line stopping. There. Now I'll move the hip and have him follow me. He didn't move it. There. Out to the sides for the shoulder. Follow me. I want the hip and follow me. Forward. As soon as he moves forward, I quit thumping on him. If I'm asking him to go forward and he starts moving forward, I got to quit asking him to do it. Hey! Neighbor's dog came for a visit. Now we can step this shoulder across and move him forward. You see him reach with that foot. And so with this exercise, it's up for the hip, out for the shoulder, forward motion. Out of this exercise, if something goes wrong, we can just stop working on the exercise and work on the part of it that went wrong. Shoulder. I didn't ask for the hip that time. Now I'm going to ask for the hip. And we'll go forward. He didn't move. I'm going to ask for that hip again. Forward. There. Good. Forward. I don't want him to stop. Now I'm going to ask for the hip and ask him to back up a couple steps. There. And we're not getting him fired up, but we're working on the hip, the shoulder, forward motion, backing up. We can work on it all at the same time. And whatever part of that becomes problematic, that's the part we can work on, and then we can still go back to our original little exercise. Shoulders are out to the side. There. I'm going to ask for this hip and forward motion. Just like that. Now I'm going to ask for forward motion. And they're not going to be perfect, but every time that they have just a little bit of a trouble, that gives us a chance to work on that little trouble. Shoulder, forward. Now this way, we ask for the hip, and we walk off, and he follows us. Just like that. Shoulder. Shoulder. Yeah. See how I backed up when I asked for that shoulder? Because I want this horse to move forward when he steps across. There, just like that. Show you again. I'm backing up, shoulder. Yeah, just like that. And I don't have to yield that hindquarters to back him up. I can shake the rope left and right, and he backs up. It's a pretty good little quick exercise. It's one of my favorites. I hope it helps. Every time that he stops, I'll just go yield his hip and then take off walking. And you end up where you wanted to be in the first place. And we don't have to pull on him. That's important. Bye.